Okay, in this problem, we want to find square root of 3 times square root of 9 times square root of 27 times square root of 81. And so on. These numbers are what? 3, 9, 27, 81. They are powers of 3. Now, here we can say it is equal to 3 times square root of 9 times square root of 27 times square root of 81, and so on. And then we can say, okay, we know that square root of AB equal to, let me write it like this, square root of AB equal to square root of A times square root of B. So if you apply it here, it will be square root of 3 times square root of 9 times 27, and so on again. And it will be square root of 3 times square root of 9 times. If you use this again, square root of 27, and so on. We know that if we have a number, square root of x is x to the power of 1 over 2, square root of x, x to the 1 over 2 squared, square root of x is x to the power of 1 over 2 cubed, and so on. So we say first one is 3 to the power of 1 over 2, next one is 9 to the power of 1 over 2 squared, the next one is 27 over to the power of 1 over 2 cubed times 81 to the power of 1 over 2 to the 4, and so on. Now, let me erase this part. In next step, I write that the first one is 3 to the power of 1 over 2. 9 is 3 squared, so it will be 3 squared times to the power of 1 over 2 squared times 3 cubed to the power of 1 over 2 cubed, and so on. And then we can say it will be by power rule. We know that a to the m to the n equal to a to the mn. So it will be 3 to the power of 1 over 2 times 3 to the power of 2 over 2 squared times 3 to the power of 3 over 2 cubed, so on. And another power rule is that a to the m times a to the n is a to the m plus n. So if we apply it here, it will be 3 to the power of 1 over 2 plus 2 over 2 squared plus 3 over 2 cubed, and so on is what? So we should find the power is what? If you want to find the power, we can say 1 over 2 plus 2 over 2 squared plus 3 over 2 cubed, and so on is what? We write each of them once first, 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 squared plus 1 over 2 cubed, so on. From next part, we start from second one, 1 over 2 squared plus 1 over 2 cubed, and so on. Next one is 1 over 2 cubed, and so on, so on. Okay. Now in this step, we can say that if we consider, for example, a equal to 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 squared plus 1 over 2 cubed, and so on, then if we multiply a by 2, 2a equal to 1 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 squared, so on. If we subtract, 2a minus a is a, and if we subtract, all these things will be cancelled, so it will be 1. The first one, so is 1, because it is a, it's 1. The next one is a over 2, it's 1 over 2. Next one is 1 over 2 squared, so on. This part again will be a and will be 1. So if we add all these terms, we have 1 plus 1, 2. So the answer here will be 3 to the power of the power is to be proved is 9. So the answer of this problem is 9. If you had questions, send message to my WhatsApp number, and please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bell, and like the video. Thanks. Bye.